Hello everyone, this is the commentary for the video of the Unholy DK Agatha kill with no consumables and in Shadowlands gear. That is pretty hard because you do a low damage, so let's get into it. I'll go through the fight quickly. If you want to see the full fight, just like, yeah, I guess. Stick around. So that's my spec. As you can see, you can play all server or infected close you want. All server randomly die, so it's not as good. Unholy Blight is whatever. You can play an Ebb and Fever bursting source, doesn't matter. Everything else I think is mandatory. You can ditch Ray Fork for spell leader if you want, but I prefer the mobility. As you can see on the right side, there's my stats, there's my gear. No twink gear, no consumables whatsoever. No battle pot will be used, no drum will be used. None of that. I'm going to show you the fight. So the way I do it basically is this fight is all about just controlling the ads. So the ads, as you might have guessed, are priority. There's one point where you have to hit her, which is when she gets the shield and does increase damage. I'll go through it as it happens. But here it goes. Big damn. So these fire imps, they'll start out doing low damage, but every time they get a successful firebolt off, they'll gain 50% increased damage, so it does ramp up over time. So you do want to kill them. You don't want to avoid them for too long. But you can cleave them down if they get in a nice spot. These imp servants will heal her, and they will channel a heal into her, so they're pretty bad, so... And then the third ad of the fight, we have the Fuming Imp. The Fuming Imp, when it gets close to you, will blow up. As you can see there, I thought it was dead, didn't. Healed a little boss healed like 1 or 2%. It's fine. But yeah, the next thing that's going to happen is she's going to do a shield in about 10 seconds. When she gets this shield, you have to dump through it to stop her to be able to kick her, to stop her cast. So that's why you sometimes save kick on this fight. You don't just want to be kicking everything. Also, purple shot on the ground, you got to dodge that. So I'm going to bust through it here and then kick to stop the Dark Fury. The Dark Fury is basically going to make it so she gains increasing damage, and this fight can get out of control very easily with the ads. So it's all about ad control. Basically, I try to save cooldowns the best I can for the ads. Here comes the fourth and final ad, the Umbra Imp. The Umbral Imp, what it will do is it'll give her a shield so she's immune to damage. She can spawn these when she's got the Dark Fury shield on, so that's very dangerous. So you gotta take care of those ads ASAP, basically. And throughout the whole fight, she'll just summon those Fuming Imps, so you just gotta look out for that, basically. I do mess up in this a lot, so it's not like I played perfectly, so it's very doable. You should be doing more damage than me. I'm using Shadowlands gear, which is no twink gear. If you've got any sort of twink gear, or any Timewalking gear, sorry, or any consumables even, that's really good. And also for the DKs, I am using Rune of the Fallen Crusader, because I don't think any of the other runes are good, because as you've probably seen by now, I am extremely tanky with Dark Secure procs from the ads, which I will be using a lot later on as shit starts to go a bit wrong. I'm also telling my pets what to attack with my Q bind. This helps me get a little extra damage on them. This is a good spawn for the imps. They all spawn together, and I get to just mow them down. Generally, I always focus the Fuming Imps down first, unless I mess up, because I don't want them blowing up and like denying a certain area, because they leave behind some they not only do some damage, knock you back, they leave some green stuff on the ground, bad stuff. You don't want it. So we're gonna keep going on. It's a longer fight, so eventually I'm just gonna stop talking, I guess, until something goes wrong. But I'll point those out, of course. But it's just control ads. She's got the Dark Fury, it's hitting me. I don't care because it doesn't do enough damage for me to really care. Now this is a risk because she can spawn ads, as I said before, and give herself a shield. But I have AMS, I have IBF, I have every cooldown in the game, so I'm not worried at all. As you can see there, I did kick one of the ads. The reason I did this is I'm not worried at all about the damage. I'll just punch through it. You can pet kick this as well. I'm saving my pet leap to get it to the ads quicker though, because as you can see there, I'm fine. Ads are spawning, killing the Fuming Imp, as I said, then killing everything else. Every kill you get in this fight gives you Dark Secure proc, so you can just chain Dark Secure procs and be very, very, very tanky. Here comes the imps again. I fuck up my grip here. Haha. A minor mistake, but you know, if you want to grip up ads, you don't want to grip the ad you're next to. Kind of troll. So continue on, we press on. I hope I don't kick here, I don't. I know at one point I accidentally kicked when I shouldn't have, and it causes a lot of problems, but you're a DK, you've got IBF, you've got AMS, you even got Lichborn, which can help you sustain a little bit, you got AMZ, you got a lot of ways to deal with the magic damage. I typically save IBF in this fight in case I get hit by a boulder, which, spoiler alert, does happen because stuff just goes wrong and I just choke at one point, but it's salvageable because DK's increased HP. If you're not playing a DK, you just can't get hit by the boulders. You just gotta be more careful, but there's advantages and disadvantages of every class, right? So yeah, lich spawning here because I know there's going to be a lot of damage coming out. I think this is where I start choking a little bit. I meant to hit that ad so it wouldn't spawn the things, but I'm just like seeing all the ads and I'm like panicking. This was one of the many mistakes in the fight, was because now I've got all that green shit around the place, which is going to be there the entire fight, which is not ideal. And if you ever see me Apocalypse with only like 3 wounds, it's just so I can get the damage out to pop the shield a little faster because I'm worried. Whether or not it's a good idea is up to you, the viewer. But yeah, I'm standing in the shit. Does 155 damage a second, which might not sound like much, but considering your HPs are like 7k, it does add up. You don't want to be just sitting in it, right? And it slows you, so even if you're DK, it still slows you. So. But yeah, just kicking on. You don't have to use my same trinket setup, so I just hate low haste, so you can use IQD instead, or like O1 crystal. I don't remember when I get hit. I think it's around here, but yeah, it's a rougher. I think I IBF out of it, so it can't be actually. Or maybe it is. Maybe I hit that hard. But yeah, killing ads. The Umbral Imps are annoying because they teleport around, but they don't do that much damage compared to the Fire Imps, so however you want to do it. Again, I have IBF. I know I'm fine. I even have a Dark Secure proc. Basically, this fight typically does get harder as she gets lower and lower HP. But the caveat is because you're because you're playing DK, you have Soul Reaper, so that's very, very, very strong in this fight. Pet stun that again. You got pet stun, grip, normal. You've got pet stun, normal stun, grip, all to stop the ads, so it's pretty good. I see the boulder coming. I thought it was going to miss me. So jump in the water, jump out of the water. The water does a lot of damage, but it's more preferable to take a tick of the, I say water, but the fell acid stuff, than it is to like get completely obliterated by the other stuff. Take some damage here. More or less though, everything's going fine. Like the other end of the cave's a mess, but such is life. I'm just kiting the Fuming Imp because it can't actually, if it doesn't actually catch you, it doesn't do its stuff, so that's kind of cool. So you can kite it around a lot here and it won't explode, which is kind of nice as long as you stay on the move. Here, I know I'm going to be able to chain Dark Secure, so I'm not worried about that her shield. If I was a different class, I would be, but this is specifically for DK. So. But yeah, again, kicked early, so I know I have absolutely nothing, so I'm in a bit of trouble here. But you know, killing. But yeah, chaining Dark Secures, as I said, you're just so tanky. This is why I like Wraith Walkers. This here almost jumped into the boulder because I'm silly. But yeah, as you can see, Soul Reaper's just chunking her even at a distance. It's really nice. This is I think I get hit by a boulder here and I almost die. So this is again, a lot of stuff's going on. There's imps everywhere. Imps I got a kite, imps I got a stun, imps I got a kick. I'm taking so much damage. I aim S defensively, of course. And all these, she's getting healed a bit, but preferably like, it's hard like to stop every heal. Here we go, get hit. Almost dying. IBF out of it and instantly start death striking. I think that's the closest I get to dying in this fight, but luckily I had IBF. If I didn't, I think I still would have been fine, but would have been a lot more riskier. But yeah, now I know I can recover because like even though I look low HP, the second she spawns an ad, I'm just gonna like get life back. It's just the spawning life packs on this fight. That's all. But yeah, here come the other imps again. Again, it's just a bunch of, it's a lot of stuff, and I've got the summon ghoul here, so I'm not really worried about damage being able, them healing, because the enraged ghoul is just going to do so much. Grip it there, so it doesn't spawn the red shit. Green shit. As you can see here, there's green shit everywhere up here. I really messed up my placement of the Fuming Imps. I think I let 2 or 3 get off, which not ideal. But again, like chaining Dark Secures, I know I'm fine. Like it looks spooky, but I'm holding like, I think it's like 20%, if not more, by my limited versatility every time I Death Strike. So, and yeah, you see here, Death Strike again, back to full. And well, she's starting to get a little low. So I think what I've got here is because you can see my Army of the Dead's got like about 2 minutes left. I know I can basically just like survive till army and then kill her. That's the plan right now. Survive till army, then burst her down. So I've just got to live. And I'm going to slow that back there because I don't want to deal with it. I want to deal with her shield because I don't want to risk anything right now. I'm going to stick my pet on it. Unholy Blight. I'm trying to always hold one cooldown for each set of ads. You know, either Blight to quickly apply my diseases and do a bit more damage, or my Enraged Ghoul, whose name escapes me. I think it's Monstrosity or whatever it is. But yeah, just continue on. Here's Army. I know I'm going to deal with these ads, and I'm just going to nuke the fuck out of her. That's the plan right now. Demonetized, thank you. But yeah, just not still killing ads. Don't want to intel anything. Being careful. All my cooldowns are coming up. I'm just bursting her down. Everything is coming up. I'm blowing her up, and she's dead. So there. What did I do wrong, and what did I do right? Well, for the most part, my imp management was okay. What I did wrong was the cave at the end, kind of messy because I messed up with the imps. You got to be careful with those imps. It's up to you what you prioritize, but you don't want green shit everywhere. I'm gonna pause the video here so you can see my spec as I finish it off. Yeah, this appeared harder because I'm not using any consumables. You can use flasks, you can use battle pops, you can even use drums. So there's a lot of stuff you can use. You can use weapon oils or sharpening stones or whatever. You can use even armor kits for your chest for a bit more HP. You can use a lot of consumables to help buff your damage and stuff like that. I chose to do none, so I could show you like the quote-unquote hard mode of the fight, where I have Shadowlands gear, I don't have any twink gear or any gear like that. So you know this guy's like, you know I'm not full of shit, right? You know, like I'm not just like, oh hey, look at me, like one-shot the boss with all my Timewalking gear I farmed, haha. This is just Shadowlands gear. I went in there, I have no consumables, like the only thing you could say is I'm a DK lol, Death Strike, haha. But like besides that, I wouldn't play like I was if I didn't have Death Strike. I can create a lot of damage and stuff because I have Death Strike. My biggest problem was honestly getting hit by that boulder and almost dying. You probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, just try to use the tips and stuff in that video, and yeah, hope you all have fun in Mage Tower. It's pretty cool. I will say the Frost DK one feels a lot harder. But yeah, this one still isn't a pushover. But if you have enough, if you have like Timewalking gear and consumables, it probably is, because this is just very much a damage check in a lot of places and ad management. So yeah, manage the ads, you'll kill the fight. Good luck, guys.